having read the books before we read all of the scripts, I know that I had loads of ideas of what I thought would be cool, and I was like, well, that has to be in because that's the best bit. And then what the writers came up with completely surpassed anything that I came up with or could have even dreamt up.
I think fans will appreciate the fact that we have stories from both sets of books in the Six of Crows and the Shadow and Bone, and we're going to see a brand new take on them both, and a brand new story for the Crows.
I think some of the fan reactions are, we knew they'd always be there, but I think the scale of them and the amount of kind of, really positive responses from people has been somewhat overwhelming. Suddenly it all feels real again, because we shot this ages ago. So it's kind of gone away and now it's come back. And so, the excitement is great, and now it feels like a brilliant time to share it with everyone.
Hi, we're the cast of Shadow and Bone, and here are 6 shocking moments from our show.
So the first shocking moment is, I'd probably have to go with one of the main reasons that I wanted to do this job in the first place and be involved, when I was reading the script on one of the last pages of the first episode, when Alexei is just mercilessly and shot in the head. Poor sweet Alexei with his Alina crush and his very fast running. He's just such a sweet character, but I think it set up the series in a really good way, that actually just because gotten to know a character a little bit doesn't mean they can't buy it at any moment. And I think that's an important thing to set up for the show. So that with that shocking moment of Alexei getting killed, it also showcased one of my favorite moments in the whole show when I finally did see the show, which is the incredible reactions of these 3 crows, which are so perfect and different from each other, and just showed how just imbued in the books that they were, with Kit just flicking his coat back and having his gun at the ready and just completely alert and immediately kind of like shocked and horrified at what's happening, and Freddie just utterly still in the middle of the frame. And it was my heart was bursting in that moment of just like love and pride, because it was just like, these are the crows of the show, and now they are there. And obviously I hadn't been there when they were filming it, so to see that on the screen was incredibly satisfying.
Obviously, because all of Six of Crows is a prequel to Shadow and Bone in the show. For me, the most shocking moment was when Inej throws a knife into Kerrigan's heart, and everyone holds their breath, and you think, oh my God, is he gonna die? Is he gonna die? Is he gonna die? No, he doesn't. And I was just really happy that I got to have that moment.
Such a good moment. So my most shocking moment of the show is, and it surprised me when I was reading it, and then again when I saw it, when the goat turns out to be an emotional support animal for Jessica. Reading it, I was like, why is there a goat? I've got some notes.
Yeah.
And then
without the goat, we'd all be dead. The goat had a lot of demands. He had his own trailer, and he was brought snacks regularly. He doesn't respond to my calls anymore, but yeah.
Oh yeah, but you know why?
Yeah, it was interesting.
He's great. He's great.
And
he levels above. Like, he's the best one best actor that I worked with.
Actually, you know what? I will say this. Me, Freddie, and Amita worked with this goat for 2-3 weeks over the course of the shoot, and it would be a bit touch and go whether the goat would do what we needed it to do, right? So by the end, we were like, okay, we've made it through. A couple of months later, Archie works with the goat. Apparently, just like that, done brilliantly. Worked with him brilliantly.
Honestly, that goat was able to connect so quickly with his lines in the script. It was amazing. My shocking moment was when Bagra reveals that Kerrigan is actually the Darkling. That's kind of like the I am your father moment of our series. Obviously, it won't come as much as a surprise to fans of the books, but people that will be watching the show, that'll be a bit of a shocking moment.
I just love the build up to it. I think with Zoe Wanamaker who plays Bagra, the way that she sort of you can almost tell beforehand if you don't already know the way she sort of leans into Alina in her first few scenes and says, "What are you?" and it sort of reminds you of Hirrigan asking her what she is, and just the way she kind of broods and sees in that moment with that smoky voice of hers, and she just turns the lights off, and you're like, "Hang on, what's going on here?" I just think she's just an incredible woman.
She's amazing.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I was surprised that I was shocked by it because I obviously read the scripts and knew what was going to happen. But even when I saw it in the cut, the moment when Arkham, the conductor, kills Alina, slits her throat, and then you realise it's not actually her, I was like, "Oh my God!" And I was like, "Oh, hang on, I knew that was going to happen." But that moment, it's such a, because we didn't know exactly how the tailoring powers were going to work with a full face change. Obviously, the kind of beautification element had already been established, but with the full face change, I was suddenly like, "Hang on, Alina's in the rest of the show, right?"
Yeah.
But it was really genuinely quite shocking. So it was really impressive.
The last shocking moment for me is definitely when we first see Alina with her amplifier, because obviously for the fans of the books as well, the amplifier in the books is essentially like an accessory, but they made this decision to make it this gruesome, invasive, prosthetic piece, and I think it looks absolutely disgusting. And I think it's quite a shocking moment to see as it just sort of sinks in, and then she feels it. I think that's a pretty shocking moment. They did a really good job. It was sort of like a bib, but I'm a real fidget, and I was constantly having to get it retouched and everything.
But also, we'd all arrive early at like 5 a.m. and Jessie had already been there for an hour and a half to 2 hours because it takes so long to put on. So you had such long days.
But you've always
But I
got
would
somewhere to
just
hang your
fall
keys. So
it was great for hanging bits of costume on and stuff.